You're on a cross-country flight from an airport where the altimeter setting is 30.07. Your destination airport has a setting of 29.95. Unfortunately, you get distracted and forget to reset the altimeter. If you've maintained a constant indicated altitude, is your altimeter reading higher or lower than true altitude? Many pilot candidates are confused about these types of questions because the answers aren't intuitive. Let's explore why and introduce a simple visual tool to help you nail these questions every time. Here's the problem. You're supposed to use an altimeter to determine altitude, but the altimeter doesn't actually measure altitude. Instead, it measures current atmospheric pressure, compares it to the current sea level pressure, and uses the difference to estimate altitude. This works because air typically has a higher pressure at sea level, and the pressure reduces at a fairly constant rate as altitude increases. In a previous video, we found that rate to be about 1 inch of mercury for every 1,000 feet. We call this rate the standard pressure lapse rate. So, as long as the altimeter is set for current sea level pressure, the altimeter will be accurate enough for flight operations. But what if sea level pressure changes? We'll get to that in a minute. There's another problem. Since the altimeter is actually measuring air pressure, air temperature also impacts altimeter accuracy. The altimeter is calibrated for a normal air temperature. However, since air is more dense when the temperature is colder and less dense when warmer, temperatures that are significantly warmer or colder than normal also impact the accuracy of the altimeter. So how do we know whether the pressure or temperature changes will be dangerous? The following chart can help. I'll describe it as I draw it. I'll start with two axes. The horizontal axis will represent pressure from low to high. The vertical axis will represent altitude, also from low to high. Draw a vertical line halfway along the pressure axis. This line represents the initial altimeter setting. Next, draw a horizontal line halfway along the altitude axis. This line represents indicated altitude. Finally, draw a diagonal line starting where the axes meet and crossing where the indicated altitude and initial altimeter setting cross. This line represents true altitude. At this point, we can see that if the initial altimeter setting is correct, the indicated altitude and the true altitude should be the same. Let's demonstrate how this can help us with questions like the one at the beginning of this video. In the question, the initial altitude setting was 30.07. So let's label the initial setting line with 30.07. The destination altitude setting was 29.95, lower than the initial setting. So we'll draw a new line to the left of the initial setting line. We can now see that if the new pressure is lower than the original pressure, true altitude will be lower than indicated altitude, or, put another way, the airplane will be lower than the altimeter indicates. Depending on the pressure differences, this could be very dangerous. What happens when pressure increases without adjusting the altimeter setting? To answer this, we'll draw a line to the right of the initial setting line. By looking at where this line crosses the indicated altitude and true altitude lines, we can see that the actual altitude of the aircraft will be above the indicated altitude, or, put another way, the altimeter will be indicating lower than the airplane is actually flying. This is still concerning, but it's much less likely to put us in the way of obstacles. Now, what about questions about non-standard temperature? Interestingly, with two very small modifications, this chart can answer those questions as well. First, we'll rename the initial setting line to initial altimeter setting / standard temperature, and then we'll rename the pressure axis to pressure / temperature. Let's use an example to see how this works. Let's say the temperature is colder than standard temperature. Would the aircraft be higher or lower than indicated altitude? Draw a vertical line to the left of the standard temperature line. Looking at where the indicated altitude and the true altitude lines cross this new line, we can see that when the temperature is colder than standard, the true altitude is lower than indicated altitude. Let's try a slightly different question. Under what conditions would true altitude be lower than indicated altitude? Using our chart, that would be any time the true altitude line is below the indicated altitude line. Therefore, we can see that that would be true when the pressure lowers in flight without resetting the altimeter, or when temperatures are lower than standard. For more practice, feel free to use this chart to indicate what will happen if the temperature is higher than normal. I'll leave the answer in the description. And if you'd like a copy of the chart with a few more questions and the answers, I've also put a link in the description for that. Before we go, I'd like to ask you a question. Are you struggling with cross-country planning? I've been there. It can be confusing at best and life-threatening at worst. I'd love to help you develop planning skills that will keep you safe and impress your instructor and designated pilot examiner. I'm looking for 10 individuals to pilot my new cross-country planning training course. The first 30 that apply will receive discount coupons for this and any future course I develop. You can find more information by following the link in the description. As always, thank you for watching, fly safely, and I will see you next time.